Hi guys, I welcome us to this learning by WB Analytics. In this video, we'll be learning how to create an interactive dashboard on Microsoft Excel. All right, so this is our set of data given. So this data contains the performance of employees at managerial levels across the globe for this particular entity. So these managers are responsible for bringing in revenue or income at a given cost, and the profits earned from this particular project, number of projects completed, and the number of days it takes this manager to complete this project. All right. So based on this data, we'll be creating an interactive dashboard on Microsoft Excel. So here I've already prepared my table to contain the fields that I want to extract information for a given manager over the years of the projects. So we have years for 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, and 14. So these managers have been in this employment and they've recorded revenue over this last year and cost as well. So we're going to create an interactive dashboard to graphically or to visualize this information given a particular manager. So the first thing we'll start is to create a drop-down list for the managers. On this section I've highlighted select name. All right, so for us to do that, we'll be using the data validation rule to do that. All right, so for me to bring in my employees, I'll click on the cell and I click on data and I select data validation. All right, I click on allow, come here to change it to list, and I come and pick the list source, which is what I already have here, the names of the staff. So I drag down to capture for everybody. Then I'll go back to my dialog box and I click OK. All right, so that's step one. So with this, I can then select for a particular manager or employee and get the financial records of that particular person. All right. Okay. So based on this, I'll be summing all the revenue for 2014, all of the cost, net income. Then these are calculated fields. Okay. These are calculated fields. Average income is calculated fields. All right. So for me to bring in the sum total income made for this particular year for that particular manager. All right. So I'll use the sumifs function. The sumifs function. I'll say equals to sumifs function. Yeah. So I want to sum the income, comma, if the names contain any name from this box, right? Comma. And now saying that if the year is 2014, so I'll select the year and I'll select 2014. So 2014 is right here. I can just click here and move the box inside to select 2014. All right, close my bracket. So I can freeze these columns F4, F4, F4. Then the last one, I can use freeze just the column, not row and column together, just the column by pressing F4, press F4 again, and F4 again. You can see that the dollar sign is before I, but there's nothing in between 5. So I'm freezing just the column. I press my enter key. All right. So for this particular person, for this year, by the time I change for individual name, the numbers will what? Change. So I can drag down for other stuff. Oh, sorry, I have to freeze J2 as well. So this is my J2. I have to freeze it F4. So I'll drag down. All right. So by the time I change for individual person, the revenue will change. So I can also do the same for the cost. I can just drag this because I've already freezed the I column to leave this one fixed while it moves across. Okay. Okay, so with this, I can then edit to be picking from the costs. So this is my costs. So I'll just move this to costs. The name remains the same, the year remains the same, and the year column and the year number remains the same. Press the enter key and I'll drag down. So same for this. I'll move it to net income, which is income less costs. I'll move it, press the enter key. So all that feeds remains the same. I will drag down. All right, so for net income margin, which is different to net income and which is between net income margin is the percentage calculation that is equals to net income over the income. So I can represent this in percentage, then I'll drag down. Let me maintain it with the yellow color. Then this is average. So we're coming to this. So our projects, we select to pick the project number. So move the income to project number. Okay, 5. Then project days, which is a G column. So move it to G column. Press the enter key, and then we drag down. All right, so I can calculate the average income. Average income could be that's the total income over the project number. All right, average income per project. So I'll take my total income divided by my project number. Okay, so I'll drag down. So I want to maintain this as a calculated field. All right, so based on this, I can then add some conditional formatting to my data to make it more lively. All right, so for this, I want to give it the bars. Click on my home, click on conditional format and select the bar data. So let's say I'm using green. All right, so I have my green there to present it in bars. So I can give these other ones. Let me see okay, let me use the color scales. Okay, let me take this color scales. Then I can edit, click on manage rules, click on the color scale. So I want to change this light orange to something light blue. Click on it and select edit rule. So I can come here and change my color. So this is green, which I like, but I want to change this to light blue. All right, I say okay. I say okay. Yeah, so I can copy the format and apply to others. All right, copy the format and apply to others. I can also copy and apply it here and maybe here. Good. So based on this, I can change the name for individual staff or employee, and the data will update automatically. All right, like this guy made a loss in 2015 and 2014. So with this, I can then produce my visualization to visualize this data in graph and charts. All right, I'll visualize this data in graph and chart. So the first chart I'll be plotting is to plot the project income to the project number that was executed during the period for each year. All right. So to do that, I will be using the combo chart. So I can plot the income to project number and to project days using the combo chart. So I'll click on my insert, click on bars. So I'm going to drop an empty bar here. So I'll drop an empty bar, but in this bar, I'm going to select my data to produce the graph. Unlike when you just select the data from your table and then go click on any of the graph or chart type and it gives you your graph. But this time we will be picking the data directly from the table. All right. So first thing I will pick in, I'll click on my insert button. So as I've set in the chart area, this area comes up, the design view, click on select data. So with this, I can then add my tables. So I'll click on add. So my table name will be income. Then my chart value will be the value under income. Okay. I say okay. Then I will select for others as well. Let's say I want to bring in so my numbers, I'll come to click it to edit to select the years. Say okay. So I'm bringing in the project number and the project days. So I'll click add project number, then select okay, and I'll add the project days. Select this and the values. Select this, click OK. So I've selected three, or I've created three tables in three data table for my graph. All right, so I'll click OK. So I have my chart here. So the next thing for me to do is to come and change my chart type to combo. Click on it. So down here, I will see a combo chart, right? So I'm going to select the project number and the project days to lines. Or better still, I can create for cost. So I'll plot income and maybe net income against either the project number or the project days, right? So let me do that. Let me add for income and net income and cost. So I'll select, come here to add more. So for project, I can edit to select the number. Yes. Okay, this is already selected. So I'll select to include costs. Come on, select the cost numbers. Okay. And I can include the net income. Net income numbers. All right. So I want to plot a graph of income, costs, and net income to project number. So I'll select the days just to include this in my graph. And I'll say the okay. So I can come here to change this to yes. Okay. All right. So I'll say okay. So I have my charts. I can come and my chart type and select its combo. So I want my net income to be in bars. I want my cost to be in bars, but I want only the project days to be in lines. All right. So I'll select it to be lines. I'll say okay. All right. So this is my chart, right? This is my chart. So we can quickly do some kind of formatting. Can do a little quick formatting. So I can come to my add chart element and I can add the chart title. Sorry, chart title. Chart title. All right, above. So I can say income, comma, cost, comma, net income versus project number. All right, so that's my chart title. Then I can also add data. I can add labels and all of that, but I don't want that for this particular chart. So it won't look too clumsy and messy. So for me to do further work on it, I can right click and I'll click on format plot area. Format plot area. So I can change the colors of my bars. can change the fill, solid fill. Maybe I need a green color here, and I want to remove the border. I don't want any border with it, no line on the border. All right, then the net income, I can change it to fill, solid fill. Sorry. All right, I can change to see. I think the yellow is better. So border, no border line. So all right. No. This yellow, then this cannot be green. This would be another color, maybe red or something. All right. So I can come to my line and also work on my line. Can also work on my line. So I can increase or decrease the line width. Decrease the line width. Let me take 2 points. 2 points. All right. All right. So, and I want to include a node here. I want the node to be very active so I can see it. So I'll click on my line, my marker, then marker option. Click on butane. Select the type of butane. Maybe I need a diamond shape. I can increase the shape. Okay. So I want inside to be white, so white color. Then I can increase the border thickness. Oh, it's not thick enough. Increase the border thickness. I say 2. All right, so it goes in line with the same shape with the line. All right, so I have to remove the border for this green. I don't want any border for the green. No border line. All right, so this is my graph. So you can add the different formatting that you want for your own graph as well. But for me, this is how I want to present it. So I can click on the name and it changes for each particular person. All right. So my second graph I want to plot is so it's this same information, but the line now will now be on the number of days. Remember, our line was speaking from the project number. So I want to create for number of days. So to do that, I'll just drag and duplicate to maintain the same feature, right? So order remains the same. I'll just click on this line and drag it to days. And drag it to days. All right. Then I can edit the colors of the bar. Fill, solid fill. So let's say I'm taking a gray color. Yeah, I'm taking say this. All right. No line. And the yellow color would be say light blue. And I want the line to be a green line. I want the line to be a green line. Okay. Then I can also add my marker to it. So marker option. So this time I'm selecting a square shape. Selecting a square shape, can increase the size. Then the thickness, I can use 2 points. All right, then the inner color would be, so the border line will be green. And I want to give the inner color white. All right. Oh, sorry, I've done that for everything. Okay, this still good. I wanted to have it just for the No, let me take it. I don't want it for everything. I just want for the first point. So I would come here and say no marker option, none. All right, so I'll just come here and select for just the first point. Select just for this. All right, so I apply the effect I want. Marker option, built-in. So I'm taking the square. All right, so I already have my feature formatted there already, so I think I'm good with this. All right, so this is my, so let me remove the outline from this. I don't want no outline, no outline. Good, so as I change, you see my dashboard is interacting with the table, yeah? So the last graph I want to bring in is the, so let me quickly change this to versus days, okay? So the last chart I want to do is to bring in the plot a graph between the project days versus the project number. All right, so I can just do this and drag down. All right, so I want it to be very big to stretch down to this place. All right, so and I want to change my chart type. I want to change my chart type. So, and I want this, click on design, click on the change chart type. So I want this, yeah, I want this area. So I want something like this. Okay, I say okay. So my data would be, click on select data. My data will be just on the, sorry, my data will be just on the, my data will be just on the project days and the project number. Sorry, quick one. Okay, so these are my two data. Move it to project number. Um, project number. All right. So this is my project days versus the project number. All right. So project number versus days. Okay. So I can change my color. Solid fill. Then I can change this to another color. So no borderline, no borderline, no borderline. All right. So here we can, as we change, we have our table being interactive with the chat area. All right. So thank you for your time. So please click on the like or subscribe button for more of these videos. You can also drop your comment on the comment section below. So to quickly correct this, I can just bring in my if error, come and bring me dash to correct something of this nature. Okay, and here if error as well, if error, comma. All right, so we're good. Yeah, so we can change for each particular employee, and we have our table flow in the direction of our data. All right, thank you for your time once again, and see you in the next video.